Alright, sports gamers, 2K has released a gameplay blog going over all the major things we should expect as far as gameplay is concerned for 2K20. So let's get into what was discussed. First off, they go into detail about the motion engine upgrade and being able to emulate proper footwork, which in basketball is kind of important. 2K18 introduced a new motion engine that aimed to steer away from the animation-driven system of earlier 2Ks, and the results ended up being a mixed result. Well, in 2K20, we are being promised better foot planting, momentum modeling, and motion style variations. So apparently, we will be better able to feel players plant and take off on cuts or from standstill positions properly. And with motion styles, we'll be able to feel the difference between somebody like Boban and a player like Kemba Walker. They're going into detail with this, studying sprint speeds and acceleration times of real players, so this is something I can't wait to see. This research also had them redesign how sprinting works. They're aiming to not have gamers hold sprint all game long anymore and be more severe penalties for overusing it and have it be used as a commodity, which it is. So this year we will see a flashing yellow effect around the stamina bar when our energy level drops below a certain threshold. That threshold is unknown at the moment. Once hit, the player will quickly ramp down to a run speed and get tired much faster. So we're going to have to pick our battles with the sprint button this year, and I'm all for it. Next up, they have addressed ball handlers, and they will now have contextual awareness of specific situations on the court. Pick and roll, wraps, splits, situational cuts, and backcourt versus frontcourt movement are a few examples of where they made the ball handler aware of what's going on. Signature dribble styles were another focus for the motion system upgrade. So there looks to be a lot of new dribble moves added this year, stuff like dead leg, punches, hezzy lifts, and inverts. Cuts and first steps will differ a lot now as well, depending on the type of player you are using. So De'Aaron Fox will feel different than a DeMar DeRozan. LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard will have signature dribble idle stands. Floor generals like Magic Johnson and John Stockton will set up their offense with their unique movement bringing the ball up the court, while transition guys like Russell Westbrook and Giannis Antetokounmpo get different sprint acceleration animations in transition. There are 27 different styles that you'll see across the league that you'll also have access to in my career to create the type of ball handler you want. These styles will go from base, big, power, fundamental, quick, slasher, shifty, James Harden, LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Kobe Bryant, Jerry West, Dennis Johnson, John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Tim Hardaway, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, Isaiah Thomas, Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker, Steph Curry, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard. This new system is going to hopefully allow for more realistic ball handlers and more earned moments when you beat your defender off the dribble now. They also are introducing a new sizing mechanic that allows you to chain standing dribble moves together in a cleaner and more realistic way. In the last trailer, I believe you've seen Kemba Walker pulling that off against Isaiah Thomas. Each move will be done with the Pro Stick, and there are no pre-scripted sequences this year. Now, while creating more freedom for the ball handler to create unique rhythm dribbles. Over dribbling or doing the wrong moves though will cause you to fumble the ball or get it stolen a lot easier, so no worries there for my defensive guys. Now, will this work as intended, or if it does work, will it end up changing it where it won't be as severe due to complaints? There has to be a penalty for people who spam dribble moves and wait for you to mess up, or at least in a more simulation catered modes, while rewarding the guys who know what they're doing that can get you with ease. If you want to dribble all crazy and part, cool, but this feature I hope works as intended for Play Now Online, and modes of that ilk. But dribbling has got a lot of attention it seems, and I'm really interested in how all this shakes out. The more player-specific movement along with the dribbling has me excited. Now the defensive side of the ball got some love as well, and the virtual Gary Paytons out there will be happy with what they're calling read and react defense. So when you're guarding somebody one-on-one, there'll be a small arrow underneath the ball handler indicating to the defender where the player is leaning or attempting to go. This won't always be there. It will show up at different times based on the defender's abilities. So this will be a way to show the differences between a Kawhi Leonard and let's say a TJ Warren on the defensive end. And if you're a fan of a certain other basketball game, this will sound very similar to what they have, which I wasn't a fan of initially, but I've grown to like it the more I played it, so I'm interested in 2K's interpretation of this. Also, maybe more people will be confident in defending one-on-one now, as long as their defender is a 52-time Defensive Player of the Year guy, it seems. The fact that the arrow won't be under the ball handler 100% of the time is great as well. Now the indicator ring will change from a solid circle to broken up lines as the ball handler moves around the court and does stuff. The more broken the circle, the more vulnerable the ball handler is to getting the ball stolen. Also mentioned in the article, thanks to the motion engine upgrade and its improved defensive footwork, getting mismatches on the perimeter and such will allow more predictable outcomes. Get a center on the perimeter against Donovan Mitchell? Okay, it'll be a lot easier to drop him or blow by him to the hoop now. I like this. Another area of note that was heavily emphasized was the paint area, attacking and defending it. And they've come up with something called shot solutions, and they redid layups and dunks to be fully branchable mechanic. Last year we could do a few layup gathers into dunks, which was cool, but it wasn't for layups, and you basically just hope for the best and for the defender to not get in your way at the last minute. So the new gather feature allows you to kick off an advanced gather on the floor, reading the defense, and selecting how you want to finish the gather by rerouting yourself with the pro stick as you take off. Their example is, say you started a Euro but Joel Embiid is in your way. Well, instead of getting stoned and running right into him, you can now transition into a floater to account for him getting over there at the last minute. Forcing gathers into the whole team and hoping for a foul will also lead to jam-ups. Now choosing the right gather in open space will have you looking real smooth out there in 2K20. And for rim protectors, 2K has captured hundreds of new in-air collisions, hard fouls, grab blocks, and swats to let the big guys have their shine as well. Now if you've seen the 2K gameplay trailer a few days ago, you will notice off-ball cuts done by Steph Curry as a sort of a sneak peek of the work that has been done for the off-ball side of 2K. On the offensive side, 2K is bringing back off-ball juke moves. With pro stick movement, you'll be able to do fake first steps, spins, and stutters that you can chain together or immediately branch out to perform flare cuts, dives to the hoop, or spot ups for open shots. Now this is what I like. They have broken it down into 3 levels to differentiate between elite off-ballers and everybody else. And this is definitely going to make playing off-ball with your my player a lot more fun as well. I usually play with slasher type guys, so my dude is going to get a few more open buckets because of this. Defensively, if you know where the player is going, you could cut them off and end all those fancy movements that they're now able to do. Also, something I'm glad that has been improved on was on-ball and off-ball screens, where they now feature better interaction between screeners and the screen defenders. Before, they would just sort of float to their area and you would be lucky to get them to collide with the screen. We are also promised better pick and roll and pick and fade transitions, screen rejects, slips, screen blowups, and hard-hitting brick wall screens. This definitely has improved, at least for me, the enjoyment of running plays in games now, if what is read actually plays out in game. For the computer AI on the offensive side of the ball, something called the Dynamic Freelance Engine will allow your computer controlled teammates to create intelligent off-ball motion without you ever having to call a play. The AI will call their own number with stuff like off-ball screens and cuts. This new style combined with Ace makes it more easy for the common gamer to run a structured offense. There's also going to be new play action buttons. These are quick to access mini actions that can be called to create your own offense. Stuff like run a floppy, receive screen, and isolation can be called. And if you want to go even deeper, you can also create a favorite plays list in place of the play action buttons, assigning up to 8 of your favorite go-to plays, instead of having to scroll through pages to get to your favorite few plays. Now, an interesting note was transition defense has been reworked to introduce different strategies in transition, like protect the perimeter and wall up, which aims to defend against elite transition players like Ben Simmons and Giannis. Lastly on this, playing against the computer, they will have to deal with the same shot timing mechanic that you, the user, have to deal with as well now. So yes, computer controlled Kevin Durant will be subjected to greens and bad timers on the court like you will. Now, will this lead to the computer not shooting 60% every game without slider adjustments? We'll see. And lastly, let's talk about badges and Takeover. There are now going to be around 80 badges in the game that will allow players to express different strengths in various areas of the game. They have also added neighborhood-specific badges that will enhance the physicality and flashy play of the playground. And Takeover will return with more content and new features while also promising to be more balanced across positions and playstyles. Well, I'll just say everything sounds amazing, but I'm definitely gonna have to get my hands on the game before I get too excited. I've seen a bunch of things that has me going, oh wow, really? Like the transition defense is the cool addition, and the off-ball stuff, along with the foot planting and the new dribbling, it's all great. But again, I can't wait to try it out first. I would have loved if there was gameplay videos to show off these new improvements better, but we will all just have to wait. Defense seems to have gotten some love too, on and off ball, so I'm a big fan. But what do you guys think of what was discussed? What are you most excited to see for yourself? Let me know in the comments down below. And stay tuned here in Sports Gamers Online for more NBA 2K20 content. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And once you're with us, hit that bell icon at the bottom so you don't miss anything we put out. I'm Chris. Thank you all for watching. And be good, y'all.